virus situation has really brought us to our knees with limited access to hand sanitizers and predator pricing. What I thought best would help you is teach you how to make handmade, homemade sanitizers. I'm going to teach you 3 methods of different variations on how to make them. So stay with me and find out what it is. Yeah, so let's just now dive into learn how to make the sanitizers. This is the first recipe that I'm doing for you all right now. So I'm not sure if you can see, but then there is this liquid. So the ingredients that you require for this hand sanitizer is 3/4 measure of rubbing alcohol. Yeah, it has to be anyway 60% and above, 90% and above. This is about 99%, which is very good for a hand sanitizer. This is the 3/4 size of it, and then I'm going to use some pure aloe vera gel. So this aloe vera gel that I'm using doesn't have, and which I really prefer, is no fragrance, no color, no artificial ingredients as well. So this is pretty pure and pretty natural. It is transparent, but I hope you can see and you know what I mean. What you can also do is use your natural aloe vera from your garden. Just take it out, cut the side thorns and scoop out the gel in between. Yes, that's something that you can use as well. Another one is I'm using an essential oil, and this is lavender essential oil. I will tell you what all and what else you can use as well. Okay, so just to begin with, you have to first put the rubbing alcohol. And one important key thing that you need to watch out for is every item that you use for the sanitizer, it has to be sterilized or has to be rubbed with the rubbing alcohol itself. So I have sanitized them and I have used the rubbing alcohol, plus your hand has to be super clean and has to be sanitized as well. So here I've put the rubbing alcohol. Now I'm going to scoop out the aloe vera gel. And so this is a measurement of 3/4 and 1/4, and that's what I'm using. And friends, if you really look at it, I am using glass or steel, right? And these are my favorite. So glass and steel doesn't have any possibility of having the germs contained in them. So that way, this is something which I prefer, and you should also use for your hand sanitizer when you're making. So if you see, it is going to be in this consistency, right? It is going to become like a gel. I will just show you in a bit. The reason that you use aloe vera gel is because the alcohol by itself is extremely harsh on your skin when used directly. So you need to use a smoothing agent. In this case, aloe vera does that, right? That's something that really helps smoothen the skin, and it's not going to be harsh. Okay, so now I'm going to mix it, and if you see, the texture and the color is kind of changing as well. It is a strong fragrance. It does have a lot of, so there will be lumps that you need to kind of eliminate them. So for that, I'm just going to use a whisker that you can make sure you mix it really well. Yeah, okay. And at this stage, I'm going to use a lavender essential oil. The essential oil really helps you with a lot of benefits as well. And essential oils again should not be used directly. It has to be used with another carrier oil or a carrier liquid. So if you don't have lavender oil, what you can also use is clove oil, eucalyptus oil. Again, I would recommend highly, because eucalyptus oil also helps you keep your cold, cough, or all of those things as well away. You could use peppermint oil, you can use almond oil, you can use any other oil as well, even coconut oil or olive oil as well, just to smoothen. And this is 10 drops is what I'm going to be using. Yep, so 10 drops is what I've used. Okay, it really smells well now, and the gel is completely clear. And what you see now is a clear oil, is a clear thin liquid is what you see. Okay, And what I've done is I've actually taken a used oil bottle, you know, a recycled oil bottle which I've used for my cooking oil. And the reason I don't mind using an oil bottle, you don't have to change, is because the oil in itself is also a natural preservative. Plus, it does help you in the storage as well. So go ahead and use it. And that's something that's useful for, you know, daily use or even when the way you want to use it. I'm using a steel glass to transfer it and be able to pour it. So if you see, you're going to see the liquid right now. Yeah. And this amount is going to help. So don't use your hands at any point, though you have cleaned it really well, until you really finish your entire sanitizer. It's a really good mix. Yeah. All you need is just 2 drops, and there you go. Yeah, so it's evaporated. It's really nice and smooth on the skin. I really feel good about it. It's pretty soft and a little bit of a moisturizing effect as well, which is pretty good for your hand. Yep, and smells great. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you've learned it. Yep, an easy way to make your homemade sanitizer is the first one. Stay tuned. We'll go to the second one right now. Before we move into the second one, there are 6 important points that I want to tell you about sanitizers, right? So according to WHO and the CDC, which is the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, have advised that sanitizer is only the second best option. The first best option is soaps. Yes, our good old soaps and clean water. That is what is required to really kill away the germs and get our hands clean. Right? And the second important point is soaps are the ones to actually be used when your hand is soiled, dirty, just after cooking or probably after dusting, or you've come from outside. The best way is to clean your hands up to your wrist. Yeah, this is up to how much is how you must be cleaning your hands with soap and good clean water. And only if you don't have access to soap and clean water is when you have to use sanitizer. Very dangerous when kept or used or kept anywhere near fire, you know, cooking or gas stove that you have. So again, be judicious in the way you use it. And thirdly, I've already told you that before, sanitizer is just a backup, right? Please also use it judiciously and wisely. Clean your hands with the sanitizer just before you're eating. Give it about 5 minutes before, you know, rub it nicely, air it out, give it like good 5 minutes, and then you start your food. That is what is advisable. Hey folks, so this is the third and the final recipe and the formula for another way of hand sanitizers. Very safe again. Start making in small quantities, see how it goes, and then make a little bit more if you require. For this, what you require is spirit that you normally get, the one that you clean your wounds and, you know, which is used for surgical requirements or even for cleaning the wounds and things like that. So that's a spirit. Second is Dettol, which is again a cleanser and an antibacterial. Glycerin, and this time around I've taken some lime. Okay, so let's just dive in. This again, 1 part of spirit, right? So take a measurement. If you want, you can take into a measurement cup, but because I've done it before, I know what the measurements are. But then yeah, 1 part of the cleaning spirit, that's 2 parts of the cleaning spirit, 1 part of glycerin. Glycerin is basically to moisturize your skin and make sure that the harshness of the alcohol or the spirit doesn't hurt your skin. It is very, very strong, so please don't use it directly. You can use a little bit of Dettol. You can also use Savlon, just 1 or 2 drops. That's about it, not more than that. Here I'm using 2 drops of Dettol. And here in this case, I'm using lime. Yeah, lime is something which again is antibacterial, excellent for your skin, plus gives a good fragrance. I'm putting about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops of it. Yeah, and then give it a nice mix. Yeah, and there you go. You have a nice hand sanitizer ready. So now with the third sanitizer ready, I'm just going to be transferring it to another used bottle. You can also use fresh bottles, or you can use a pump bottle, the one that you've cleaned. You can use that. Sorry, I'm just going to transfer it to a stainless steel glass. And if you see, this is a little thicker in comparison to the other two formulas that I showed you. Sorry, here you go. I'm just going to pour it again and for you to see. This is quite clear, plus quite thin in this. Yeah. And if the fragrance or the smell is too strong for you, feel free to add some lime, or even almond oil or coconut oil, or even sunflower oil, whatever oil that you're using. It does cut down the smell. And there you go. This is a nice thick liquid. Yeah. So the proportion that I've made helps you at least for like good 2-3 days. Yep. Yep, there you go. Nice and oily plus greasy, but will not remain on your clothes or whatever. It won't stain. And there you go. And this is the next one. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it and learned how to make it. Good luck. Thank you. So I hope you learned how to make the home sanitizers and the recipe and the formula behind it. Yeah, so go ahead and make them, but be very careful. And yeah, try it out and let me know how it goes. Until then, stay safe. Please spread the word. Stay at home, stay healthy, and make sure that there is social distancing, and spread the word amongst people who really need to know this news, especially people who are not educated or the underprivileged. Go ahead and give them that education and teach them about the situation. Thank you guys, and stay safe and stay home. Thank you. Bye-bye.